I have warned you, sir. Your fervent persistence sorely tries my patience. Do not mistake my kind demeanor for weakness. Sheathe your naked saber at once before I grab it from your trembling fingers. Your crude weapons of violence are no match for my enlightened tools of science. Oh, I hope you don't mind me reading to you like this.
No. Please, continue.
Your words have such a stimulating effect on me.
Yes, well, that's what we like you to be, is stimulating.
Oh, Nicodemus. Oh, Nicodemus. Daddy!
What are you doing in my hayloft with my daughter?
I'm reading.
Reading.
Without your pants?
It was an unusually warm day.
Run, Nicodemus! No, Daddy! You can't shoot him! Oh, just a minute, Daddy! Oh! Watch out, Nicodemus! Run! Nicodemus, run! You humiliate me and run off the man I love. How am I supposed to find a husband if you keep shooting at him? Come on.
Come on.
Look back and thank me one day.
Now, if I were you, Amos, I'd just love to catch that legend sparking my Drusilla. Yes, sir, I'd have him and all that book money in my family by sundown.
Drop it.
Told you to stay off my land, Rush.
Well, we tried to, Amos. But you didn't take down that fence like we asked you to. We don't like it when our cattle don't run free. No, we don't like it at all. What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I didn't hit him that hard.
Well, you hit him hard enough. He's dead.
Please, senor. I just stopped for some water. I know nothing of your troubles.
I don't think I've ever seen you before. You from these parts, Max?
No, senor. I'm a field hand on my way west.
And what do they call you?
Alewa. Senor. Luis Alewa.
Luis. You don't want to die, do you?
No, senor.
You know what'll happen if you tell anybody what you saw here today. It's just gonna be your word against mine. No one's gonna believe the word of a Max. Probably blame you for it. And I'll personally lynch you, Luis. You understand?
Si, senor.
Get out of here. Keep on riding west. If I ever see you again, I'm not gonna kill just you. I'm gonna kill 2 other Mexes too, because you didn't do what you said you were gonna do. That clear, Luis?
You sure about this?
It's not gonna be a problem. Besides, 2 murders are hard to explain. One's easy.
Easy.
Just as easy as reading it in a book.
Well, the water tank is intact, but it will never be as beautiful as it was.
Oh, Ramos, there's something to be said for craggy charm. Without it, half the men on the planet would sleep alone.
It would seem to me that the chase examples set by Nicodemus Legend in your books might be a little less dangerous.
Yes, but where's the adventure in that? Besides, Drusilla's father simply misunderstood the circumstances, that's all.
A man without his pants leaves little room for misunderstanding.
Ah, well, here comes Sheriff Mopes.
And he's brought his cage. Ramos, have you been naughty?
Have you?
Sheriff Motes? Out serving and protecting, are we?
All right, Legend. Keep your hands right where I can see them.
What is the meaning of this, Sheriff?
Nicodemus Legend, you're under arrest for the murder of Amos Dern.
What's going on, Sheriff? What are you running Mr. Legend in for?
Charge is murder. Looks like he killed Amos Dern after Amos caught him bundling with Drusilla.
Mr. Legend, say it ain't so.
It ain't so. It isn't so. I didn't kill anybody.
All right, let's go.
There must be some mistake, Sheriff.
Back off now, back off! I know you folks like this fella. Just because he's famous don't get him any special attention. I got solid evidence he was out there and up to no good.
Rich is all right.
You can't hang a man for losing his pants.
And we found the murder weapon buried on the premises.
I protest. I vigorously protest. The Bartok electrofulminator is not a lethal weapon.
Oh, I figure it might be if it was fired at somebody with a heart condition, like Amos Dern.
That's right. His name is Head upon the kicker.
Come on, get him inside.
Alan! Get to E.C. Allen!
This thing's brought every huckster in the territory into town. Man outside selling Nicodemus Legend dolls with a noose around the neck. Selling a bunch of them, too. Folks sure do get sentimental about a hanging.
Well, wouldn't it be nice if they were the least bit interested in a trial?
Oh, I heard today that Mayor Brown is going to prosecute you himself.
Prosecute? I thought he was the presiding judge.
He is. This is the West, Mr. Legend. We do the best we can.
Is he planning on being on the jury, too?
Don't be ridiculous.
E.C. Allen sends his regards, his faith in your innocence, and me.
Faber, I don't really need the head of business affairs at the moment. Thanks, anyway.
I'll have you know that before I discovered the benefits of my current lifestyle, I was considered a promising criminal attorney.
No. I want a real lawyer, a good lawyer. I want a lawyer with 3 names. Get my drift?
Oh, my darling, Nicodemus, I forgive you.
Stop that. There's nothing to forgive me for. You saw me leave. I never came back. You know that.
Oh, well, of course, of course.
I take it this vision is Drusilla, the late farmer's daughter?
Go on, Drusilla. Tell the sheriff what you told me.
Well, the man I saw riding to my farm the day my father was killed, I just remembered. He was bald.
Why'd you wait till now to say so, Drusilla?
Well, she wasn't paying very close attention. But what with memory recall and hypnotic suggestion?
Huh?
Sheriff, this man is a potential witness or even a suspect. I insist that you put out a bulletin with his full description.
Excuse me, but given the pressures of time, the defense team and I have decided to round up a few people to question. All right, everybody, please, come in.
Now. Don't seem right.
Don't give up hope, Ernest. We've just begun to fight.
I forgive you.
Stop that.
EC wants to make sure that you're keeping a full written diary. It will make a fortune. And we'll be sure to see that your estate gets every penny you're due.
My estate? I don't want an estate, and I certainly don't want my lawyer thinking about an estate.
Come, my dear. We shall spend hours together rehearsing your testimony.
Oh. Favor.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Favor.
Make way for the lady.
Favor!
Pardon me.
I'm afraid it's infected, Mr. Halliwell. We'll need to keep an eye on it for a few days.
But I'm going to California.
I'm sorry, but that's just not a good idea. We don't want gangrene to set in. Get yourself a room in town for a few days. I'll want to see it again on Friday. Wait here. I'll send a nurse in to bandage it up for you.
Yes, Nicodemus was with me that day in the barn.
Now, Drusilla, everyone loves Mr. Legend. He's meant a great deal to the property values in this town. We're here to see justice done. Did Mr. Legend court you in an unseemly manner, and were you interrupted by a justifiably concerned father?
Objection.
Overruled.
Mr. Legend is a gallant gentleman, but I fear few are immune to the overpowering passions of love.
Yes. And was it those overpowering passions that drove him to return to your farm and kill your father so he might have your hand in marriage?
I certainly hope
Marriage? No one said the first word about marriage.
Everyone knows Nicodemus Legend would never spark a girl without the intention of marrying her.
That's in the books. I'm not Legend. I'm Pratt. Ernest Pratt. Little Ernie Pratt.
I don't think it's in your best interest to be Ernest Pratt for the time being.
Why?
Well, it may be possible to convince a jury that Legend would not murder a man in cold blood, but Ernest Pratt?
Oh, God's sake.
It's an electric gun that was invented by Professor Bartok. I seen him and Mr. Legend use it lots of times.
And you believe on this occasion it was used to electrocute Mr. Dern?
Well, you better say about that, Chamberlain. You was the one did the medical part.
Well, I know that. And I plan to question myself very carefully on this matter.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but you're not a doctor. If I'm not mistaken, you're a taxidermist.
Everybody knows that Doc Larkin is still over in Lime City with the measles epidemic. Is this some kind of slur against taxidermy?
It's simply that you're not qualified.
You're in contempt. Pay the court clerk $20.
Oh, now see here.
Or go to jail.
Mr. Mayor, the Bartok electrofulminator was not the cause of any death, heart condition or no, and I defy you to present evidence to the contrary.
Sam, what do you got to say about this?
Well, Amos's clothes had singe marks on them, and they was the same kind of singe marks I'd seen on other people who was shot with the professor's electric gun. Heck, even his beard was still charged with sparks, and he'd been dead for hours. No, there's no doubt in my mind that Amos Dern was shot with that thing right there.
This is the ultimate weapon in the arsenal of modern criminology because each fingerprint is unique. Using the technique of Professor Puchki at the University of Breslau, I was able to compare the papillary ridges.
Professor, suffice to say that you found the prints of fingers on the handle of the electrofulminator, yes?
Yes, several. Sheriff Motes, other law enforcement officials, as well as this one.
Ah, and to whom does it belong?
I have no idea.
Is it possible then that this is the fingerprint of the true murderer of Amos Dern?
Yes, it is quite possible.
Professor, I don't have a clue to what you're talking about, but I do have a question. Did you find the printed finger of Nicodemus Legend on that fulminator?
Well, of course I did. Mr. Legend uses it regularly. But you see...
Thank you, Professor. No further questions. I hereby give myself permission to treat the next witness as hostile. Skeeter, this is a court of law. If you don't answer my questions, I'll hold you in contempt.
Contempt, what's that mean?
It means you'll be cleaning up horse droppings for another month and no tips.
Oh, contempt. Ask away.
Now, you were there when the defendant's room was searched, weren't you?
I opened the door for the sheriff.
Uh-huh. And you found some of his personal writings in his personal notepad, didn't you?
Yes.
Is this it? Read it to the jury.
The killer was so popular in his town, he
Read
knew
it
that
nice.
He knew that no one would ever convict him of the murder. But he was determined to have the love of the sweet young thing. So he killed her shotgun-toting father to better give him an opportunity at winning her hand.
I didn't write that. It has a split infinitive. It's obviously a forgery.
Now, Skeeter, Mr. Legend often uses his real life as material for his books, doesn't he?
I wouldn't know.
Gentlemen of the jury, I submit that this manuscript of the latest Legend novel is indeed a confession of guilt.
What?
Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Legend, please rise.
Go ahead, Smokey.
We're real sorry, Mr. Legend, but we think you done it.
It is the sentence of this court that you shall be hanged by the neck until dead. Said hanging to take place tomorrow. Is there anything in particular you'd like your headstone to say?
How about vacancy?
Mr. Legend, I hope you don't hold any animosity toward me or the town. You had your trial. The verdict came in fair and square.
Fair and square. Let's see. The evidence was trumped up. The prosecutor was the judge. My defense was criminally incompetent. Fair and square? Yes, I suppose I'd call it that. Sure, fair and square. Sounds like it, yeah.
That's the way things usually go in the West. We're doing the best we can.
Oh, yes, the best we can. Well, it wasn't quite good enough, was it, Chamberlain?
I assure you your memory will always be sacred here. I put a deposit down on your rooms at the Silver King to maintain them exactly as they are on your day of execution. we're already running tours. 10% will be given to a memorial fund in your name.
Hey, you with the harmonica! Stuff it!
Dinner time!
It's only 4 o'clock. Hold it right there. Let's see what you got here.
Mr. Legend's metabolism is under stress. He needs a greater caloric intake.
You know, if you immigrants are gonna live in this country, I don't know why you can't learn to speak the language.
A token of remembrance from the girls of the Buffalo Head Saloon, where Mr. Legend will be sorely missed.
Huh? Come on.
Not hungry.
Oh, wait until you see what we've prepared for you. Would you like some coffee? Hey. There's an oxygen tank inside. You activate it this way, you see. Watch out. Would you like some candies? Combustion chamber. You put it underneath. And then right here is the igniter. You'll get a flame and you'll be able to cut through the bars. Oh, don't forget, put on your mask. Bon appetit! Yes, Sheriff? Ready? Good luck.
Sheriff, can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah.
Could you give me any career advice?
Career advice?
Well, I'm thinking about becoming a lawman like yourself. Is there a school where you go to learn that sort of thing, or?
Hey, you man! Help me now! Prisoners escaped! Legends on the loose! I hereby deputize all you able-bodied men to join this posse and bring this prisoner in. Get on, Sheriff! After
I got him! Hold your fire, Rush!
What the hell'd you do that for? He's an escaped murderer. He's gonna hang tomorrow anyway. And Bartok?
Dummies. I'm surrounded by them.
What do you expect to find here, Janos?
Well, there's an old gypsy saying, if you can't find the bald man, you look for the bald man's horse.
Ah, yes. That's what I love about gypsies. A different saying for every occasion. Awful lot of hoof prints on this road.
Yes, but there's only one that will lead from this point to the scene of the murder.
But we don't know if the bald man went to the farm.
I have a hunch that he did.
Oh, the old clairvoyance acting up again, is it?
Well, what with all the publicity, why hasn't the bald man come forward? Why?
Maybe he's scared.
Or maybe he committed the murder.
Unlikely, Ramos. Very unlikely. To be framed as well as I've been framed, the killer would have to be local, much as he was in Legend meets Blind Justice. My God, life imitates art. Except in the books, I wasn't hung.
Professor.
Ah, yes. That could be it. Let me see my notes. Now, what was it that Drusilla said during hypnosis?
He was riding an old bay mare. She was walking slowly, maybe a little lame.
Lame, that's it. Are these not the prints of a corrective shoe?
Yes, Professor, it's a bar shoe. A blacksmith would make it to assist a lame horse.
Very well. I want you to get the Bartok tri-dimensional recorder camera. If this path leads to the barn...
No, wait. We can't go up there. What if Drusilla's home?
No, don't worry. Your lawyer's volunteered to entertain her.
He's what?
He was here, Ernest. All we have to do is follow this horse print wherever it may lead us.
Maybe we could use Kit Carson for that.
Oh, not so. No, tracking can be fun and simple. With a Bartok tri-dimensional recording camera, Ramos, the photographic print. Thank you very much. Now, all we need to do is to manipulate the wheels so that the transparent image superimposes itself upon the print. And then the electrical circuits senses when it's identical. And voila, you see? There. Now, the only thing that we have to be concerned about is that the terrain cooperates, and then we'll be able to follow him.
Well, let's just hope he didn't change horses in midstream, eh?
Oh, no. This doesn't work in a stream.
The tracks definitely lead to that farmhouse over there.
Cover your face. I'll do the talking.
Is this really necessary?
As you said yourself, the secrets of a good disguise are in the minute details. How do you do, sir?
We don't need any fortunes told here.
Ah, yes. Well, you look like a man who has created his own fortune. I am Professor Janos, and this is my brother Mykonos, an unfortunate mute. We're looking for our third brother, Zoltan, who might have come by here a few days ago. No. We mean you no harm.
Posse's over Dry Creek watering up. Go get Sheriff Motes and get him over here. Tell him I got Nicodemus Legend.
No, you're making a grievous mistake. Oh, look how you are. You're upsetting my poor, mute, stupid, idiot brother.
I know those eyes. Those beady little eyes are on all the books.
Beady, are they? Well, aren't we the master of the fresh adjective?
Oh, my brother speaks. He speaks.
Oh, save it, Janos.
Put down your rifle, Sam.
Don't you go getting soft on me, Bonnie Blue. Just 'cause you read his books from cover to cover.
Bonnie Blue. What a lyrical name.
Sir, your adventures fill me with sweet dreams while I'm chopping weeds and butchering hogs. I know you couldn't have done such a thing.
There's a $20 reward.
There's not enough money in this world to make me turn my hand against Nicodemus Legend. Now put it down.
Why, thank you, Bonnie Blue. I'd love to spend the afternoon with you chatting about me. However, The posse's been summoned. We're on the trail of a bald man who might be able to prove my innocence.
Yes, and we think that he's come this way.
I'm sorry, we haven't seen anyone.
I have. A bald man. You were at the creek.
Elijah, I told you to fetch me whenever a stranger...
No, that's all right, Elijah. That's all right. You should listen to your mother, however. Did you talk to him?
He was hurt. Something was wrong with his leg. He needed a doctor bad. I gave him some water.
How close is the nearest hospital?
Well, you'd have to go into Denver for that. There's a hospital just inside the city limits.
I told him that's where you took me when I broke my arm.
You did good, Elijah. Real good.
Mr. Legend, I cried when I heard they were gonna hang you.
That makes two of us. But you know, with the help you just gave me, I might be able to prove I didn't do it.
You don't have to prove it to me, Mr. Legend. I know it from the start.
Thanks.
Professor, the posse.
We'll never outrun him in this rig.
Take my horse, Mr. Legend.
Oh, no, thank you. I couldn't do that.
I insist.
No, I mean, I really couldn't.
No, it's a good idea. It's your only chance. We'll create a diversion.
You know how horses feel about me.
Yes, and I know how you feel about hanging.
Right.
Ramos, the sonic grenades.
All right, easy. Whoa.
No, you're running in the wrong direction.
He's going right straight towards you.
That's my Nicodemus.
Hold it, Legend!
Come this way!
The anacroustic head baffles are secure, Professor.
All right. Now, there's nothing to fear. This is only irritating the horses, dogs, and the occasional warthog. But I suggest you get inside because of the posse.
Hurry!
Come! All right! Now!
Thank you very much.
We have to assume that our dirt farmer friend is sending a posse here in the hopes of collecting a reward. While you make the rounds, I will check the treatment records of the last few days.
Make rounds?
Yes. Go from bed to bed. Ask them how they're doing. Make appropriate clucking sounds, but don't offer any advice. You'll be fine, my son.
Hello?
Doctor, thank God I found you. Luis is sweating like a horse and no one seems to care.
No, wait. I have no formal training in sweating. Let me find you a specialist.
There's no time for one. Luis, honey, I found a doctor.
Hurry, Harold.
I think the baby's coming. Oh, Nicodemus Legend. Harold, it's Nicodemus Legend in person.
No, madam. You must be mistaken.
Never. I'd know those eyes anywhere.
You're right. You're in disguise because you're on a case, aren't you?
Yes, well, you might say that.
This is a real honor, sir. Louise and I have read all of your books.
You impersonated a one-legged buffalo hunter in Beasts of the Badlands. In Traders of the Chisholm Trail, you played the part of Lum Fu Ding,
Chinese magician.
I loved you in all your adventures. Ugh.
Thank you.
It would be a real honor if you deliver our baby.
What? All right, why don't I go fetch some boiling water? I'll get a midwife for you and a shot of bourbon for me.
No, please, stay until my baby comes.
If it's a boy, we'll name it after you.
Nicodemus. Oh. Oh.
Father?
Yes, my son?
What are you doing in my office?
I'm retrieving information concerning one of my parishioners, a patient. The hospital administrator felt that it wouldn't be bad if I did it myself.
Of course, if Dr. Snodgrass approves. It's ironic you've come. I've been wanting to see a priest for quite some time.
Have you?
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
I've just become a godfather.
Good. I believe I found our man, Luis Aloha, the only one with a leg injury that week.
Gunshot wound, eh?
Yes. He's coming back for treatment on Friday. Also, he lives out here in...
We may find legends. Wait here, boys. I'm gonna check with the head doc.
It's all right, my son. It's all right.
No, Father, I can't believe he's gone.
Yes.
It's only 110.
Yes, I know.
So fast.
It's all right.
Gone.
Oh, here, get in this. Oh, my sons, would you help me with this poor man? We must take him to the funeral parlor. Be very kind. Be gentle.
What's the corner?
Oh, Katoy tonight. 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 Katoy tonight. Bless you, my sons.
Thank you, Father.
Bald man.
Bad leg.
It's gotta be him. Let's go. The bald man with a bad leg. We found him. He's in that house.
Oh, you mean Louis Halliwell? Well, they told us about him over to the hospital. His doctor said he was doing day work down to the stable. We just questioned him.
He said the only thing he saw was Amos Dern shooting at you when you took off. And he just rode away.
Sheriff, we have scientific evidence that Aliwa went to the Dern farm, and it is quite possible that he was wounded by the real killer.
No, he said it was just an accident. And we don't need any more of your scientific evidence, Professor. Take them both into custody, boys.
Custody? Hell, Sheriff. Supposed to hang anyway. I say let's just do it right now and get it over with.
Get it over with? We're talking about a hanging. A very important moment in a man's life. It's not something you just get over with.
I think we should take him back to town and do it legal.
We saw what happened last time you had him, Sheriff.
Oh, you're making a mistake here, Rush.
Yes, a big, huge mistake. After all, if you do hang me and find out later it was a mistake, there's not much you can do to rectify the situation. After all, we'll be dealing with...
Take him away.
...problem because I'll be dead.
Hang on, Rush.
Neck broken.
That's what I say.
Hey, get over here. I kicked the bucket. Cease to be. Shuffle off my mortal coil. I'd be pushing up daisies on Boot Hill. I'd be an ex-prat.
Senor, if you saw anything, you must tell them.
I saw nothing.
An innocent man is going to die.
It's a gringo fight. It's not mine. Has nothing to do with me.
If you fear them, it does. If they threaten you into silence, it does. Then it is not about them, it is about us, and how you and I and all of our people are going to be treated in this country by men like those. It is a matter of courage and of honor, senor.
You'll kill me.
Who?
The gringo. I saw him kill the old farmer. He rides with the posse.
We really have to use a horse. Hey.
I will stand beside you.
He'll kill you too.
Entonces es un buen día para morir.
Whoa. Whoa. Steady, fella. Hey, wait a minute. Wait here. There are customs to be observed. Don't I get a last meal?
No.
Well, at least let me say something. The final words of Nicodemus legend will live in infamy.
Go on.
Thank you. For my final words, I'd like to recite one of my favorite passages from one of my favorite works. It's the soliloquy from the Mad Comanchero. Should only take an hour or so.
That's enough.
You promised.
Stop! You're hanging the wrong man. This man saw the murder. He can identify the killer. Point out the man who killed Amos Dern.
How about it, Rush?
He's lying. Why would I kill Amos Dern?
Didn't I hear you ranchers were unhappy that he put up some fences?
We had a little range dispute, but I didn't kill him. Hey, if the Mex was there, maybe he killed him himself.
Sheriff, I can provide an answer to this question. Allow me to take the fingerprints of Mr. Roche and Mr. Aloha, and I will compare them to those on the fulminator. We will find out who is innocent and perhaps who is guilty.
Sounds fine to me. You got a problem with that, Rush?
Get his hands.
No, wait. Please allow me the honors.
You know, it's funny how people's attitude changes toward you when they realize you're not a cold-blooded killer.
Yes, and how it changes when they do.
Yes. Would you care to join Drusilla Dern and myself for a celebratory cup?
Drusilla Dern? I would think that you would want to stay well away from her.
Oh, well, you know, why dwell in the past? She's young and impressionable. I intend to impress her, if you know what I mean.
Ah, gentlemen, we were just about to catch the outbound coach.
We?
Oh, Nicodemus, it's so exciting. Milton thinks I have a brilliant future on the New York stage.
Does he?
Yes, well, I have many clients in the theatrical trade. I intend to launch Drusilla as my protege.
Do you?
Congratulations again. This is a great day for E.C. Allen and Nicodemus Legend.
Yes, and a great day for Milton J. Faber. Trust me. I know.